chart?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Where was it?
Histogram, all right. Any question about they go to the legacy charts, so you don't have to mess with the production.
No, I don't know what you're talking about now.
Go to graphs, and then there'll be something called legacy charts, which is stupid. Excuse me. I'm really getting impatient as I get older. Is that something that happened?
Go to
Just a
graphs, you
normal-
said?
Normal aspect of.
It,
You got kids?
Yes, it
yes,
is.
he does. It frustrates you, doesn't it?
Okay, when you go to dialogue, a legacy dialogue.
Click it open, you get a list of,
Right.
charts, okay, so
Okay.
now, see, the problem isn't that the charts aren't there. The problem is which ones match what you need,
Uh-huh,
say, that's
Okay.
the bottom line. And, just a couple of quick reminders. Okay, one. Bar charts. Bar charts used for nominal ordinal data. And bar charts should have their bars separated by a space. If you have them side by side, you know you're running a histogram inappropriately.
okay,
So where would you run this? Well, it's like nominal would be boy, girl.
okay.
And so you have one that would be boy, and one that could be girl on the chart. A common one here would be a Likert scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you do for surveys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you run that, you run it on a bar chart, and you have something that looks like this. And this would be 1, this would be 2, this would be 3. Item 5.
Okay,
2, histogram. And that's for scale variables, and another term for scale would be, the other taxonomy would make an interval, a ratio. However, SPSS just clumps them under the word scale, because they're scaled measures.
okay.
And the histogram looks like this. And the key to the histogram is the bars bump up against each other, because the implication is, like this bar here might go from 1 to 4. And the next bar technically goes from 4.1 to 5.0. There's supposed to be no hole between the data on a scale.
Mm.
There shouldn't be any. And people, there's just a little subtlety there that for the technical accuracy of it. And another thing we mess up on, here's the bar. This bar goes from 1 to 4 in my number system. How wide is that bar? How many units wide is the bar?
What determines that?
What's that?
What determines how wide the bar is?
Well, it goes from 1 to 4. The next one goes from 5 to 10, right? Next one goes from 11 to 15. How wide is each of these intervals? Because this interval will contain all values, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one will have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay,
This should be 9. The reason I pointed up is because people will go, well, 4 minus 1 equals, okay, it's 3 wide.
no,
Yeah, it's not. It's like you gotta count them off your finger.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
it includes that one.
But they'll just subtract it off, and there's your bar, and no, you gotta it's the numbers, not the difference. You'll also find that for range. Say, what's the range of scores? Well, the range is high minus low plus 1. You say, because you gotta count it on your fingers, and the 1 accounts for that.
Right.
That value, so just a little something. There'll be, when you get to that. Scattergrams, you should have all done scattergrams sometime in the ancient past, right, for correlation data. You get something that looks like this. You know, the variable 1, variable 2, this might be literacy if you're in K-12.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be math. And what you're doing is exploring the relationship between how kids scored on literacy and how they did in math, right?
Mhm.
And you end up with a scattergram with dots, which in this case would say, as they got better here, they also tended to get better there, the way I drove it. And if you go to regression, then you will put a line that does fit in there for a simple regression. And, again, that should be intro to stats stuff. Scattergrams, histograms, bar charts are the 3 biggies, and variations in all of them, so a lot of control. Then if you want to build them from scratch, the point of that is you have infinite control. You can make them look however you want. The legacy ones give you just limited options. I'm not. Any other questions? I'll stay until noon. You gotta, whether it's SPSS or anything else, we can, now's the time to.
I think, Kim had a question. Again, I'm her proxy today. She's looking at the one that says formal exercise include cover sheet. That's why she asked you if we were only supposed to look at the lit scores and not answer math questions on the.
Well, actually, in that folder, there's a little movie, and I did the math for you guys.
Okay. All right.
See.
And I chose vocabulary.
So you just take one of those, yeah, and just do it.
Okay.
But do you mind if I take my finished exercise with me to where I can, I want to look at it a little bit more. The book hasn't come in yet, and there are a few things that I want to look at before I turn this in to make sure I did this right, and I need to download it to my laptop. And I
Now,
can manage.
The nice thing about this is these are all scalable too. You can
Mhm.
click the corner, you can shrink it,
Yeah.
expand it and stuff, so all of that's possible. And of course, the obvious, the never-ending question is, so what does that tell you? You see?
Well, hopefully the answers to the questions on the exercise.
I haven't brought up the exercise yet. I don't.
Sorry.
I don't know what that is.
Just sometimes, and don't hesitate, if something doesn't work or it doesn't just, because with the new Blackboard, it just seems to be hit or miss.
Yeah, that new Blackboard
In
is
fact-
really.
I'm proud of myself. I called the Blackboard support yesterday. Yeah, and I had a little problem, and you know, I was the first person in over a year to crash Chrome.
Did you really?
I crashed Chrome, yeah.
How did you do that?
Well, whatever I had in Blackboard, Chrome did not like it. And crashing is a little strong, but it would not recognize, it would not play the videos, would